North Stradbroke Island, or more commonly known as Straddy or North Straddy, is an island that lies within Moreton Bay. North Straddy is approximately 30 kilometres southeast of Brisbane. In 1896, the island was part of the Stradbroke Island. Before 1896, the island was part of Stradbroke Island. In this year, 1896, a big storm separated South Stradbroke Island in the Jumping Pin area. Straddy is approximately 275 square kilometres and has a total length of 38 k's and a width of 11 kilometres, with the highest peak being only 239 metres. At 275 square kilometres or 68,000 acres, this island is the second largest sand island in the world. On the island there are 3 small towns and a number of lakes and beaches along most of the eastern side of the coastline, with a few rocky outcrops at Point Lookout. The natives, the Quadamuka people, have a large presence on the island and has been long and ongoing, resulting in a successful native title. Mayora Springs is a unique wetland site on the northwest side of North Stradbroke Island, and it has particular cultural significance to the Quadamuka people as a sacred gathering site, and is also declared a fish habitat. The main industry, besides tourism, is a sand mine that has been working for more than 60 years. The 2 largest lakes on the island are Brown and Blue Lake. There are 5 main beaches on Stradbroke Island, providing some of the best fishing, surfing and water opportunities that there has to offer. The main beach is 32 kilometres long, with great surfing and fishing. Well, g'day guys, and welcome to another episode of Team Mad Mullet Fishing Adventures. Well, it's the first time for the family. We got a good friend of ours, Gigi, along with us today, and we're heading to Stradbroke Island. Now, I got to bring to you, basic forward driving, camping, a little bit of fishing, and hopefully catching. Fishing. No shark fishing today. Why? Hopefully catch and cook, and just all around exploring the island. Some cod? Or maybe some cod. Now, we're just lining up here at Stradbroke Ferries. Now, I'd like to give a massive shout out to Kyle Elephantis. Mate, I'm sorry if I've pronounced your surname properly. He's actually shouted us today to come over to Stradbroke Island on Stradbroke Ferries. Alright guys, big shout out to Stradbroke Ferries as well. Now, if it wasn't for you guys giving us the opportunity to come over here, so what we're actually going to be planning on doing today is we're going to do all the sites that are accessible by Bitumen Road first. Now, high tide today is at 10:50, and that's the main reason why we're going to explore the island on the bitumen first. So first, what's that, darling? I'm going in the water. Yeah, later on we'll go in the water. So first stop is Point Lookout, and then work our way around from there. Now, the main reason why we're going to do everything by bitumen first is I don't want to let down my tyres too early, because at the end of the day, safety, yeah, it's not great driving around on bitumen, and also it's no good for your tyres whatsoever. Alright guys, we've just arrived to Point Lookout, and this particular walk here is the Gorge Lookout. Take a look at this. How good does that look down there? Crystal clear water, beautiful swimming areas, patrolled beaches, and as you see in the far distance over there, I get the focus, there we go, that's the furthest point you can bring your cars. You got all the beach driving. Now I was filming from up there before. This is give you another bird's eye view of what's actually going on down here. And as you can see, it's absolute unreal fishing grounds. Now if you really wanted to, you could you know, swim across this little area, fish off any one of these platforms along here. As you see, it's quite calm around this side. Facing the north, it's a little bit more rougher. And just remember guys, if you are planning on fishing any ocean outcrop, that fishing, rock fishing in general, is classed as one of the most dangerous sports in the world, so just be careful. Now one thing that is absolutely great about North Stradbroke Island is your vantage points when it comes to looking for turtles, dolphins and whales. Now guys, yes, it is very possible to see whales from Stradbroke Island from these vantage points here. You're looking at May to stretching out to November, I believe, and they come really close in the shore out here also. Don't know where you can pick it up on camera, but there's a couple massive long tom cruising around down there. Alright guys, we've a nice little four-wheel drive, bit of a scenic tour, and as you can see, we've arrived at the first lake. How good does that look? Alright guys, well we just finished having an absolute nice relaxing swim, nice refreshing dip. Now I'm not 100% sure whether this is a part of the keyholes or not. Haven't seen any signs along the way. I'm assuming it is. I'm pretty sure we've come down this track here. And what we're going to do now is going to head down to the southern end of the island, down to Swan Bay, and pull up and have some lunch. As you can see here, we're coming down the track. We have got lakes either side of us. See through the window there. So I was correct before in saying we were at part of the keyholes. Now, of course, when you're going onto the beaches, you have to lower your tyres. It's more to get a larger, wider footprint on the soft sand, which hopefully in turns means more grip. Now good quality tyre gauge is where it's at. So obviously take your valve cap off. Start letting your tyres down. Now I want them around that 18 psi mark. So you see we're sitting just above 30, so we need to let out a lot more. There we go, that's about 18 psi. And as you see here, we've got a nice big bulge in the tyre, which makes the footprint wider, widthways, and also lengthways. Right, all our tyres have let down. As you can see just down ahead of us here is the cutting to the entry of the beach. Now I'm going to select four-wheel drive high, and as we get down there, if it looks really soft, I will then change to four-wheel drive low. By the looks of it up here, it's nice and firm. Just take your time, pick your line, and always use just a steady bit of speed, because at the end of the day, momentum will get you through the soft sand. Now I'm sitting on about 30 kilometers an hour here. It's not super fast. So we're on the beach. I did hit a little bit of a divot. The old esky lid came off and ice went everywhere, but we're on the beach safely. We didn't get stuck. Look, it was a little tiny mishap, but at the end of the day, it went pretty smoothly. Now the tide is going out at the moment. I still am in 4-wheel high. Now once the tide goes out a little bit more, you definitely can opt to get out of 4-wheel drive and run in 2-wheel drive. Well, here we are, the southern end of North Stradbroke, and out here is what you call the pin bar, and over to the southwest along there, that is actually Kalinga Bank. Now we're going to pull up stumps for a little while and have a feed of good old prawns. Alright guys, how good is this? Fresh prawn sandwich, the southern end of North Stradbroke Island. What else could you want? This is what we love about nature and what Queensland, or I should say Australia, has to offer, the great outdoors. Guys, there's no excuse. Yes, I know work is very important, but there's no excuse that you can't have a work-life balance. Get out there and enjoy it. I was down here getting some good flathead. Alright, we're all done here. Our top feed of nice fresh prawns bought locally on the island. Yes. And watch the guy catch an absolute cracker of a lizard. Now we're going to head back up to the north and just pot around up there for the afternoon. Well, as you see, it's nearly the bottom of the tide. We're driving on nice hard pack sand. We're currently in 2-wheel drive, and my wife's taken over the driving for a little while. She's going to get some sand time in, and at the end of the day it's just like driving on the highway. You always keep an eye out for gutters. As you see the calm water in amongst all the breakers, that's a really good indication of good gutted fish. So we're just about to get off the main beach here into another cutting. Now she is pretty soft, so what we're going to do is put it into 4 low. And now Ash, what you need to do is get into about 2nd to 3rd gear by the time you hit that soft stuff, and just keep a steady pace and just watch out for any big lumps. Don't do what I did. Yeah, just keep this pace. Drop down a second really quickly. Keep the power on. Power on. That's the way. A little bit more, less power.
I'm holding my drink on the top.
There we go. How good was that? The old Triton never gets bogged. Now what we have to do is come to a complete halt when you're coming out of 4 low. Come down into 4 high and back down to 2-wheel drive, and your little icon, well, in the Triton, little icon, 4-wheel drive icon turns off. That means you're no longer in 4-wheel drive. Alright guys, well coming off the main beach heading west into along the track, we're coming into Browns Lake. Now looks like a fairly decent sort of a track. Nice hard pack, but as you can see, extremely dusty. Well, check it out guys, Browns Lake. Bit of paradise in the middle of North Stradbroke Island. Browns Lake, an absolute unreal place. Unfortunately we didn't go for a swim. It is 4:45, blowing its absolute butt off, so when you get out of the water it should be quite cold. Now we're going to head into Dunnage, get some drinks, and then go for a fish. Alright guys, well, back at camp. We got swag set up, got the brewskis happening. Alright guys, cheers to a wicked weekend.
Cheers.
And as soon as we have a drink, we're going to hit the water and go for a fish. Alright guys, had an absolute blast at Stradbroke Island in the last couple of days. Got a bit lost, took a bit of couple of tracks I shouldn't have. Come to dead ends, but hey, that's all in the game of exploring places you don't know. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little video, and don't forget to give the old thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. Till next time,
Cheers and good luck.
cheers and good luck.